So I think it's not far off to say that I have a pretty simple wardrobe. There's not a lot of frills to my wardrobe. It's sort of jam-packed full of wardrobe basics. There's not a lot of color. I don't have too many statement pieces. And I'm a full-blown outfit repeater. I tend to wear the same things or similar over and over again. And I'm pretty okay with it. But a question that I often get in regards to my wardrobe is, how do I not get bored? So today I wanted to break down for you exactly how I maintain a simple wardrobe full of basics without getting bored. For those of you who don't know me, welcome. My name's Christina. I talk all about intentional living, intentional spending, and how to get the most out of what you have at home already. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel so much and helps me reach more people just like you to join this community. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. I swear I'm getting more and more grays every day. Didn't notice this one sticking up the entire time. Enjoy. And before we get started, I really want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Nordgreen. And I've been fangirling about them for a while. So if you haven't heard of Nordgreen before, they are a Danish watch brand that really focuses on sort of minimalist Scandinavian designs that are meant to be long-lasting, timeless, and really simple pieces to go with your wardrobe and your lifestyle. And just creating pieces that are both really aesthetically pleasing and, more importantly, especially for me, practical. And I chose the native model with the black backing and the 3-link gold wristband. It's a little bit big on me right now. I need to get some links taken out. I have really bony wrists. Oh, but bonus, they do have interchangeable straps that you can swap out. And I picked this leather black one because, I mean, well, you can tell. You know why. The packaging is made up of upcycled plastic bottles. They offer carbon neutral shipping. And if you're into a more leather style, they are offered in either a vegan version or a refurbished leather. So they keep sustainability and animal welfare in mind. And whenever you make a purchase from Nordgreen, you can choose which giving back program and nonprofit that they will donate to, either towards clean water, education, or environmental initiatives. So if you were interested in a piece from Nordgreen, either for yourself or to give as a gift, I think it's a really great gift idea. They are having a Black Friday sale. You can use my code CM35 or check out the link in the description down below to get up to 35% off a Nordgreen watch. The sale will be going on from November 14th to the 30th, so there's plenty of time to think about it. But if you were interested, then I will leave everything linked down below for you. So thank you again to Nordgreen for sponsoring this video, and let's get into how I don't get bored with my simple wardrobe. So one of the first ways that I sort of change it up and prevent myself from getting bored with my wardrobe sort of rolls off of today's sponsor, and that is accessorizing. I did a whole video on my sort of minimalist jewelry collection. I don't really have a whole lot of jewelry, but adding things like jewelry, accessories, even makeup are all things that I can utilize in order to change up my look, change up the feel, and to sort of like zhuzh things up a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be limited to your typical necklaces and earrings. It can be through things like watches, bracelets, belts, hair accessories. If you like purses and bags, you can do that too. And it's very much how I can change a look from feeling very casual and something that I would wear all the time, like nothing special, and change it into something that feels a little different and sort of just communicates a different vibe. And I didn't have to buy or do anything crazy to achieve that. The next way I tend to avoid getting bored with my wardrobe and my style is that I really love to layer. All of the pieces that I do layer are pretty basic, but it's also within my layering pieces that I do have like duplicates and multiples of that are as slightly different styles, maybe different patterns, that really help change the outfit and the style that I'm trying to communicate that day. My layering piece of choice are blazers and jackets, and since I live in Canada, also coats. I don't own any cardigans, any capes, anything like that. If you do, then go ahead, do you. But I think there's a lot of room to have some fun and explore things like variety within your layering pieces. So it's within my layering pieces that I've allowed myself to have some fun. I did end up keeping that checkered plaid blazer from my Declutter with Ivanka, the Master KonMari consultant. If you haven't haven't checked out that video, you can see it right here. So I did end up keeping that plaid blazer because I do think it's a fun way to change up my outfits when I am getting a little bored of the all black. But I mean, all black, can't really go wrong. It just, you know, it looks good. And because we're getting into the cold weather in Canada, sometimes people don't even see your outfit at all. So it's within your coats that you can sort of change it up and have some fun with your style there. So I love layering on like an oversized camel coat or a black one, or if you want to play with patterns there. I think that's a really fun way to change up your outfit and just prevent yourself from getting bored from the same old thing over and over and over again. Not that there's anything wrong with the same old thing, because I pretty much wear the same old thing a lot. But this is how we're spicing it up, you know, we're keeping it interesting. The third way I prevent myself from getting bored with my wardrobe is by using my inspiration. We talk a lot about shopping your own closet and being grateful for what you have here on this channel. And I think using your inspiration is a great way to come up with outfits that you may not have really even thought about before. So the way I do this, and my preference is to use Instagram or Pinterest. And lately I've been starting to use TikTok for this inspiration too, because I think it is a lot of fun to see like the clothes in action. But all I do when I feel like I want a little bit of inspiration is search for keywords that I resonate with and that I feel like reflect my own personal style or reflect the personal style that I'm trying to achieve for that day. So I'll use keywords like minimalist, Parisian style, street style, whatever vibe you're trying to go for. Or you can take a look at your wardrobe and just think of the words that come to mind. Is it minimalist? Is it bohemian? Is it dark academia? Whatever your aesthetic or vibe you want to go for is, type in those keywords into Pinterest or search those hashtags on Instagram or TikTok and see what comes up. So I find when I search for keywords that are descriptors of the current wardrobe that I have already, or descriptors of the style or outfit that I'm trying to kind of put together, those really help narrow down the search and sort of help me find inspiration to come up with outfits or styles using the clothes that I already have in my closet. I think it's important to keep in mind that, you know, our bodies look different, the fits of our clothes may look different than they do in the photo, but it's really about the vibe, the styling, the pieces that we're putting together. And I think that's the best way to use your online inspiration, influencers, TikTokers, whatever, and apply it into your own wardrobe using what you've already got. Because I do find if I don't look up this inspiration, then I do tend to sort of just reach for the same thing over and over and over again. And then that's when I do sort of end up getting bored. And that's when I start feeling like spendy and like I need to add certain things. So that's the way I've been trying to approach using my inspiration. And it's really sort of helped me reconnect with a lot of pieces in my wardrobe that I wouldn't really reach for all that often, but didn't end up decluttering for whatever reason. The fourth way that I prevent myself from getting bored is I play dress up. If you were a CBC kid like me, then you know all about Mr. Dress Up. Playing dress up is fun. So maybe that means pulling out some occasion wear or dresses, skirts, statement pieces that you find you don't really wear that often. And you don't even need to have to go anywhere. Like, you don't even need to have to leave the house. Just get dressed, play around with the clothes that you have. And I find whenever I do this, I kind of start feeling myself. I'm like, oh, I have good taste, or like, oh, why don't I wear this more? This looks really good, or maybe I can wear it here. Let's try that. And I would say do this when like you're not in a rush, when there's no pressure, like you don't have to go to any events and like try to look really put together and effortless. Like, do it on a Saturday morning and pull out a bunch of the clothes that you find you don't really wear that often and just try them on, put outfits together, take selfies, vibe with yourself a little bit, you know? To me, when I'm getting dressed without any pressure and just playing around with my clothes and having fun with them, that's when I start to appreciate more of what I have. I rediscover things that maybe now I have ideas in ways that I can wear them. And it also takes a lot of shopping temptation away, because you're spending actual time with the clothes you already have and potentially with clothes that you don't really play with that often. So you're giving time to those things and letting yourself enjoy them. And I emphasize doing this when there really isn't any pressure on, because I find whenever I have like somewhere to go, somewhere to be, somewhere to dress up for, that's when that sort of dress up stress can happen, where you try to put on the thing that maybe you've been meaning to wear, but it feels off, it feels wrong, you're not really sure how to style it. And it's like, you know, that scenario where you like change 20 times before you leave the house and then you end up wearing the first thing you put on in the first place. I feel like that's when that can kind of happen, when you play dress up under pressure. So I would really say do this when you have some time to play so that the whole experience is just fun and creative. Kind of get those juices flowing, you know? And the final way that I find I don't get bored with my simple wardrobe is by simply being grateful for it. For me at least, I find my sense of boredom is very highly connected to my sense of scarcity. And I find when I feel bored with my clothes and I put it on, it's just like, ugh, same old. I think it really starts to breed this idea and feeling of discontent. And I feel like our default solution to those feelings is to go shopping, to add something new, to change it up. And I'm not saying to never do that. I think there's plenty of room for our style to expand and evolve over time. But for me personally, in the wardrobe that I've curated for myself in this season of life right now, I would really rather focus my energy on getting use out of what I already have and committing to that. And it's so much easier to commit to and enjoy that process when you're grateful for what you have. And it's also a lot easier to let go of any temptations or trends that may feel very fleeting when you're content with and using what you've already got. And believe me, that has been a really long and difficult journey because temptation is everywhere and many of us are sort of used to alleviating boredom by shopping and by buying something new, getting that dopamine hit. But I find when you sort of implement the other things that I've talked about in this video, like shopping your closet, like playing dress up, like searching for inspiration and trying to recreate it, accessorizing, changing things up with your layering pieces. All of those things really just make an effort for you to spend time with the clothes you've already have and just have some fun with it. Even though I have like 2 black blazers and like, you know, a million pairs of jeans, they're all like a little bit different and I can mix and match these things in different ways and come up with entirely different looks. And that is more than enough for me. That's fun to me. It doesn't mean I'm not going to add new things. I have definitely added new things to my closet, but I think the focus of this step is more on cultivating a sense of gratitude and abundance and letting go of that sense of scarcity that can really drive us to consume more and more and ultimately get more confused or even bored with our current personal styles. So those are some of the ways that I kind of prevent myself from getting bored of my very simple, very basic wardrobe. If you're an outfit repeater or if you have a simple wardrobe, let me know how you change it up and keep things fresh and exciting for yourself. And that's with or without shopping, really. Thanks again to Nordgreen for sponsoring this video. And again, if you were interested in picking up a minimalist watch of your own, you can check out their Black Friday sale and you can use my code CM35 for up to 35% off. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.